Reading is not a passive pursuit, it's an interrogation. We often read to find out what happens next. But the art of close reading asks a different question. How and why does it happen? It's the practice of slowing down, of looking so closely at the words on the page that they reveal secrets the author might not even have known they were telling. You transform from a consumer of stories into a detective of meaning. A scientific way to approach this is the 3-pass method. First, read for the literal story. What's going on? Second, put on your detective hat. Hunt for the technical tools the author uses, the metaphors, the sentence structures, the specific word choices. On the third and final pass, you interpret. You ask why. Why use those tools for this theme? This is where you connect small details to big ideas, finding patterns and subtext. The biggest mistake is jumping to a theme without proof. That's where the evidence ladder comes in. The rule is simple. Observation must come before inference. For example, an observation is a fact. The character's hands are shaking. But perhaps the author didn't write shook, they wrote tremored. That specific word is your evidence. From that single verb, you can infer a deeper meaning, not just cold, but an uncontrollable psychological fear. That inference then supports a larger theme, like internal collapse. You must always be able to trace your big idea back down the ladder to a specific word. Every word is a choice, loaded with emotional weight or connotation. A building is a house, but a place of safety and warmth is a home. Describing someone as slender is a compliment. Scrawny is an insult. These aren't accidents, they are clues. The most interesting parts of a text are often the ones that don't quite fit, the paradoxes. Don't ignore what confuses you. That's the grit in the oyster, the irritant that creates the pearl of your analysis. The text is waiting to tell you its secrets.